everybody, welcome to the channel. My name is Keisha with Isaac K Creations, and on my channel I am sharing with you all I can about my sewing journey, a little bit of DIY here and there, and also just some basic and simple life events as I am going on this journey in sewing. So this video today is really going to be about my Make 9. I know I said it in one of my last videos that I was not going to do a Make 9 this year because last year's Make 9 was a total flop. I had 9 patterns I was going to work on last year in 2023, and only did 2, and only one of the 2 I really liked. So last year's Make 9 was not a success at all. And for that reason, I was not going to do a Make 9 for 2024. However, I want to thank Rochelle at Rochelle Handmade Designs, who presented this challenge to makers in the community to do a Make 9 and be held accountable this time. So she has a challenge for this year where we are doing a Make 9, and we're going to be holding each other accountable to our Make 9s, our different makes for the year. So I also want to thank from Instagram 26 by Diana, and I may be pronouncing that wrong, and I'm sorry if I am, but it was 26 by Diana who encouraged me through her post to think outside the box in terms of a Make 9. So last year, again, like I said, my Make 9 was based on specific patterns, and by doing that, it really boxed me in. It didn't give me flexibility to work on other types of things in my Make 9. So this year, I'm focusing my Make 9 basically on categories, just things I want to do just in general, and from a much broader perspective as it relates to sewing. And then I want to also thank Soulfully Ebony and C. Owens 1999, because I believe that it is them, along with Rochelle Handmade Designs, this terrific challenge that's going to really push me and hold me accountable to making all the things that I say I want to make in this year. So I also want to thank you all for watching and also holding me accountable to making the things I want to make for this year. So if you want to hear and see more about what I want to make in 2024, continue watching. Okay, so what I plan to do in 2024, the 9 things I'm hoping to get accomplished, the 9 things I am decreeing and declaring I will get done in 2024. Here they go. The first thing is a seam work pattern. So last year around November or December, Seamwork had a discount on their subscription plans. I went ahead and subscribed to Seamwork Pattern Company, and I'm hoping that this year I will be able to get at least one of my patterns done from the Seamwork company. So I hear a lot about their patterns. I hear that they're very easy and simple to follow. The only thing with Seamwork is that they are considered PDF patterns. I'm not sure I have the option to actually order a paper copy. So I have to be really prepared for the whole PDF process in terms of making a pattern with Seamwork Pattern. But I do plan to make a pattern using the Seamwork Pattern subscription that I subscribed to back in November or December. Second item. Now, I'm giving you these items, but I'm not going to make them in this order. I'm just going to be doing them how I'm feeling inspired to do them, but I will be doing these in 2024. The second thing is a sewing room accessory. So I told you guys in my previous video, one of my previous videos, that I am currently working on updating my sewing space. And I do notice there are a couple things I want to make in my sewing room. One is I want to do a ironing board cover. My ironing board cover, which we use for not just my sewing, but just for every day around the house, is in desperate need of a new cover, and I don't want to go buy one. I want to possibly make one that's nice and kind of coordinated with my room colors here. I was also thinking about doing a mat for my my machines here, because I have my cutting board that I'm using as my my mat for both my sewing machine and my serger. But I'm thinking about doing maybe just a mat, maybe 2 mats for my machine. I may keep this here, I'm not certain yet, but I know that if I put a mat here, that'll also cut back on the vibration of my table when I'm sewing, so that's also an option. And I do not have a cover right now for my serger. So I have a cover for my sewing machine, but I don't have one for my serger. So I'm hoping that maybe of those items, I can get one of those 3 done as an accessory for my sewing room. So that's make number 2. Number 3, I'm thinking about doing a tote bag. I've done, I think, maybe 3 tote bags so far since I've been sewing, and I want to do another one, but this time using a commercial pattern. So that's one thing I want to also work on. I'm thinking that in February, it's African American History Month, and I do have some African American history celebratory fabric in my closet, so I may use those fabrics to work on a tote bag come February. We'll see. I'm not making a promise for February, but that's just an idea in my head. I want to also work on buttons. So I have been talking about wanting to do buttons for a very long time. There are so many patterns that I'm seeing that I actually have in my pattern stash, but they require buttons, and I have not yet used my machine to make buttons yet. So I want to really learn how to use buttons, so maybe, or to make and work on buttons. So maybe I will find a pattern that will require a single button, 2 buttons, I don't know, but I want to start working on buttons because a lot of patterns require at least a single button or some kind of closure, and I just want to make sure I'm able to do that. The 5th item on my Make 9 is a fall cape or wrap. I love a really nice wrap or a nice cape, something I can just throw on in the fall when it's just like a little chilly outside, but not really heavy as a coat. So I do want to try to make a nice cape or a wrap. And again, I do have fabric already. I bought some luxury flannel, some luxe flannel, I think it's called, from Joann Fabric. Not this past year, but 2022. And my thoughts then was to work on a cape, but I never got around to doing it. So I do want to work on a cape or a wrap for the fall. A dress. I did a dress before. I've done one dress for myself so far, and that was a dress that I thought was a total flop from last year. So I do want to try to work on a dress again. Whether it's a knit or a woven, I don't know right now, but I do want to work on a dress, a very simple dress. It can have an invisible zipper, maybe a button, maybe a pullover, but something really, really simple, but definitely a dress. And I want to then work on a gift for someone. So number 7 would be working on a gift for someone. I am constantly just like having great ideas in my head about, oh, this person would like this. Oh, they'll like that. Oh, I'm going to go and get fabric so I can do this for so-and-so. And again, those things have not been happening. So this year, I want to make sure that if I think about a gift for someone, I want to do all that I can to make that gift and give it to them. So that's number 7. Number 8 on my list is a cardigan. I love a nice cardigan. I love cardigans. It's nothing like having like a tank top on or a t-shirt and throwing a nice cardigan or a long duster over it to make it come together as a great outfit. So I do like cardigans very much, and I do want to make at least one cardigan in 2024. And then the last, but certainly not the least, it probably should be number 1 on my list for this year, is an item for my husband. I have sewn for everybody. I've sewn something for me, my girls. I've done a couple tote bags for other people, but I have not made my husband anything yet. And I really want to go ahead and try to make him some stuff. So I'm saying at least one item for him, but I'm hoping I can do much more than just one item for him in this year. So last year I had a pattern, I can't think of the name of it, but I'll put it on here on the screen here, that I had in mind to make for him last year, but it did not get done. So I don't know if I'm going to do that pattern again or try something different, but definitely want to make sure that I get something done for my husband in 2024. So that is my Make 9 for 2024. I'm asking you all to please hold me accountable. Give me your thoughts on these projects and plans for this year, and just pray with me that I'm able to get these done. And again, I want to thank Rochelle at Handmade Designs for creating this nice challenge for us makers in the community to come together and hold each other accountable to their Make 9s, and broadening our thoughts and perspectives on what a Make 9 really is. And I'm ready to do it. It's a new year, new perspectives, new thoughts, new creativity, and I just want to make sure that I can get these things done. So thank you for watching until we come together again. God bless.